All right, you guys. Well, happy Sunday. Thank you so much for dialing in to learn a little bit about my favorite product that Isagenix has to offer, our wealth creation opportunity. Before we do anything this evening, I always just want to protect our company. And just remember that when you hear amazing stories, that this is not a get quick rich scheme, right? We don't have magic potion products. We have science-backed nutrition that changes lives. And as a result of sharing the things we love to the people we love, we have a direct consumer distribution model that pays us over and over and over. If you work this business, it'll pay you beyond your wildest dreams. And if you want to treat it like a hobby, then that's available as well. So just to make sure there's no claims or anything here. For those of you that don't know me, I always love to just kind of share with you a little bit about where I came from and why I love this so much. But in addition to being someone who is in health and wellness, so of course I would align with a health and wellness company, I was working my tail off. You guys, I went to school for way too long, not really knowing what I wanted to do. I have 2 bachelors and 2 masters, and I found myself at 30 years old, 100 grand in debt. And I had chosen jobs that were really low paying. So I loved running my boot camps. I loved teaching group fitness. I loved personal training. I had my own practice as a nutritionist, but I had no time freedom. And by the time I was, done doing taxes, my overhead and my liability and everything else, I felt I had nothing to show for it. And all I kept finding was I was saying no to everything I wanted to be saying yes to. People would say, Lauren, there's a concert, we should go. And I'd be like, oh, I have to work, And someone would say, oh my gosh, we're going to take a girls trip. And I thought, well, I can't not work for a whole week. Like that's more expensive than the trip. And I knew there had to be another way. I had been introduced to so many different network marketing companies, some that I just really didn't align with because of the products. I really didn't know enough about the industry, but you've all heard there's just kind of that pivotal moment. There's just something that wakes you up and says, if something's got to change, something's got to change. And that's where I was. I thought, I don't want to keep doing this and I want to do things a different way. So fast forward today, I love what I do. I wake up every single day so excited. I go to bed so fulfilled. And we have just been able to duplicate, and we're helping thousands, tens of thousands of women not only look and feel their best, but help their families transform from the inside out, to really put a financial wall around their family. And I think especially after the last couple of years, people are really open to that, and they want to have multiple streams of revenue. They want to have passive income in their wealth portfolio. And it's so fun. We get to literally impact lives and in the process create insane income by making a difference. I absolutely love it. And that's what we want to invite you to take a look at and hop on board and run to the moon with us. So just a few little terms, because I know some of you have been with the company for many, many years. I know some of you maybe have not even joined the company yet, and you're looking at this and you're like, what, why? Tell me more about this. And there's a few terms that I just want to make sure we're not speaking Latin. And one of them is business volume. So we go through the presentation. The business volume is the point value that's assigned to each of our commissionable products. So when we talk about the residual income, when we get into the cycles, all of that is the BV, the points that are attached to our nutrition and beauty wellness products. PV is the BV generated on your personal purchases and retail sales. So that's your own personal order. So not what the downline has done or, what your customers have done, but it's your own. And when you hear active status, that means that you or that individual has to order a minimum of 100 points, 100 personal volume every 30 days. That's how you can really benefit from our compensation plan. So not only does our compensation plan calculate daily, it pays weekly, a week in the rears. You can go into your back office under team and view your report and actually see all the different ways that you got paid. I love to do this. We get paid on Mondays. And so often I get a call that says, oh my gosh, Lauren, my check was like $770 and I thought it was going to be like $500. Can you tell me where the extra $270 came for? I mean, it's awesome. It's not usually, oh, they said they were going to pay me $500 and I only got $250. I mean, that hardly ever, if ever, happens. So you can go through that, but our commissions are calculated weekly. It is literally from Monday to Sunday. So we're at the end of the commission week right now. It starts at midnight on Monday Eastern time, and it ends at 11:59 Eastern time on Sundays as well. So our commission week, everything in terms of the bonuses, in terms of, new referrals, in terms of your cycles, the residual income is all between Monday and Sunday. Someone recently asked me, what is it that really sets you apart? And I think this conversation comes up a lot And I want to be honest, you guys, I'm never going to put another company down, right? I'm never going to say, poo, 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 they do this wrong, or this is where they're falling short. But I will always highlight what I really do think sets us apart and what makes me get so excited and so fired up to talk about this with other people. I literally tell people that Isagenix is the Rolls Royce of network marketing companies. It's like the Louis Vuitton. It is so different here. And in addition to our amazing culture and community where we stand on chairs and, cheer as loud as we can for other people, it's a binary compensation plan. We only build 2 teams. So if you've never heard the saying, I love it, build wide for show and deep for dough. 2/3 of your income is collaborative. You can have benefit from the volume upline and downline. I mean, that's amazing. 2/3 of this is done for you. Our volume never flushes. Simply put, you don't start over every single month. So there are many companies that at the end of the month, so yesterday was April 30th, and it's like, whoop, you got to start over. And it can be really deflating. We have rollover minutes, right? It like compounds all of your effort week after week, month after month, as long as you stay a loyal customer. We have no generational cutoff. In traditional MLMs, when it dilutes like the percentage of commissions that you earn, and after level 5 or level 7 or level 8, you no longer earn, we have infinite depth. So whether you personally enrolled that person or they're 100 or 1,000 levels down into your organization, the same volume rolls through the entire tree. And we truly have the best leadership that has the runway for success. I mean, there are many, many, many people in this company that have done it and said, if I can do it, you can do it. And here's the tracks to run on. So I like to break the compensation plan down into 3 stages, okay? There's kind of 3 different ways that we get paid. And the reason I like to do this is because we are very, very, very heavy in upfront bonuses, which is amazing because people are motivated by compensation. We want to get people paid fast, but we also are really, really heavy on residual income and the wealth that we're building, the generational wealth, right? That's going to pay your family like year after year, decade after decade. In many companies, there's disparity where there's a lot of money up front, but not a lot in the long run, or there's nothing up front to get people going and only very few people make it at the top. So they make a lot of money, and we're very different. And to be able to understand what are the things you can do early on as a builder, or what can you do with a new team member is different than what the long-term income looks like. So we're going to go through you share, they share, our fast track to executive or the rank advancement bonuses, and then the cycles, which is the residual income. So you share, they share. This is what we do over and over, rinse and repeat. You find 2 people, they find 2 people. You find 2 people, they find 2 people, over and over and over. I'm going to break this down, but when you get people started in Isagenix, the first thing you're going to get is what's called a PIB, a product introductory bonus. And Isagenix, it's a binary. We build 2 teams, right? So you are a customer, you've ordered 100 points, 100 PV, and then you have someone on your sexy left leg and someone on your sexy right leg. And the product introductory bonus is a referral rebate that the company gives you for getting somebody started. So I'm loving the collagen. I think that these products are amazing. I tell Cara and I tell How Do You Glisten? By the way, that is seriously the best Zoom name. And as a result, Isagenix gives me a bonus for getting them started. 2 or more in the same week, it doubles. Plus, you get $100 for achieving the first level of leadership, which is consultant, for finding 2 people. The they share is when we duplicate. So now I say, Cara, I just got a couple $100 back. Who do you know that wants to do this? And she says, oh, my mom and my neighbor would totally do this. And I'm like, how do you glisten? Right? I just got a couple $100 back. Who do you know that wants to do this? And she says, oh my gosh, Kathy and Laura would totally do this with me. And we duplicate. So when one of your personally enrolls finds their 2, you get $100 for developing them. It's called the consultant development bonus. So because I told Cara, like, hey, post on social media. Hey, do you know you can get your products for free? Who do you know that wants to do this? Here's a link to your wholesale account so that people can shop from you. I taught her PVC 1, 2, 3, right? The company is going to pay me for developing her. And the same with How Do You Glisten? And if you do that within 60 days, you guys, you have 2 months to be able to find 2 people that also find their 2 people. There's an additional bonus because you promoted again to Crystal Manager. There's a $250 bonus there. So I'm going to stop the share for 1 second. You guys, I'm going to bring my screen over. If you take your phone out of speaker or gallery view and put it into speaker view, you should be able to see my whiteboard. If you're on the computer, it's at the top right. And if you're on your phone, just scroll over. And then me and my handy dandy whiteboard are going to be in the big view instead of the little view, so you can see this. So I just want to draw it out so you see what this looks like, okay? So here I am, I'm a happy customer. Let's say that I got started with the collagen, the Afterglow bundle. You guys, that's $225. And I say, okay, I need 2 people to start to get my products for free. So I tell Cara and I tell Laura. Assuming Cara and Laura did the same Afterglow bundle that I did, Isagenix is going to give me a $25 bonus for getting Cara started and a $25 bonus for getting Laura started. Now, remember, if it's 2 in the same week, Monday through Sunday, so Cara enrolled on Tuesday and Laura enrolled on Saturday, or Cara enrolled on Wednesday and Laura enrolled on Thursday, those double. So instead of 25 for each, those both go to 50. Plus you get $100 for promoting a consultant for finding your 2 people within a week. So I've already earned $200 back. I mean, my 6-pack of collagen cost me $25 for finding 2 people. You guys, everybody knows 2 people. You've got to tell your team, hey, with 2 referrals, your products are free. Get 2 people to do this with you, and it's only going to cost you $25. So then I tell Cara and I tell Laura about it so that they can get, sorry guys, I'm dropping pens over here at my dog. Hold on. Sorry, Julie. Okay, so I tell Cara and I tell Laura about finding their 2 people, assuming that they did the same packs and in the same week, they'll get that same 200. But I get $100 for developing Cara, for helping her find her 2 people. I get $100 for developing Laura, helping her find 2 people. Plus, if you do that within 60 days, there's an additional $250 bonus. So my $225 investment not only changed my beauty from the inside out, but I earned $650 back by getting 2 people to find 2 people. You guys, if you're brand new to Isagenix, I really, really, really want to encourage you to watch You Share, They Share for both nutrition and for the beauty products so that you get so comfortable showing people how to get their products for free. Be obsessed with it. So I'm going to go back to my slides here. Are you guys looking at the product introductory bonuses? Okay, so this is for the nutrition. I was just talking about the collagen. We have our 30-day, we've got the premium, we've got the value. And remember, 2 or more in a week double. If you guys go to isagenix.com, and you search the PIBs, product introductory bonuses, you'll see all of our packs and all of the bonuses. The ones that are $25 or more double, the only $10 PIB that is included in the doubles is the beauty bundle, is the collagen. And I want you guys to take a look at the screen here. We made this because I want you to see how generous our double PIBs are. When I first saw that, you guys, I mean, I remember looking at the value pack. I mean, $100, if I sell 2 of those, I'm going to get $200 for each of them, $400. And I thought, how many spin classes do I have to teach to make $400? I mean, I was making like $25 an hour. I thought, how many shifts at the bar do I have to work in order to make a couple $100? And I was able to get out of exchanging time for money for some of those part-time jobs I didn't love because of the PIBs, because of these upfront bonuses. And I went through and I looked at some really popular professions and I found their, annual income or, and I kind of did the math of the, 52 weeks in a year and however many days and hours and blah, blah, blah to get this graph to show you. But I look at things like an Uber driver, and someone who's going to make about $20 an hour on average, but that's time away from their family. We have such a gift here. We have such a way to show people how to make this money, but we've got to be able to talk about it and talk about the opportunity and not just long lashes and plump lips and, reduced cellulite and all the things that we love about the collagen, but to get really clear about the money. So I'm going to draw out this for you. You guys are welcome to take a picture of it. This is a slide that we made when I trained on the compensation plan a couple years ago in Nashville. But I'm going to teach you ACMDE. This is the tracks to run on. This is as you're developing a team and if you're building a team to really grow your leadership in the company. There is so much money up front because people are motivated by compensation. And truly, the more people you help, the more money you're going to make. I mean, this is the only business that I know of that the greater impact you have, the direct effect you're going to see in the rise in your income. So I'm going to stop the screen again because I really want to draw this out for you guys. I'm going to come back to it, but I wanted you to at least be able to see the slide because I know some people like the slides more than my chicken scratch drawing. So again, if you have switched out of gallery view, go into speaker view. So my whiteboard's super big that you guys can see this, okay? And I'm gonna draw out exactly what's on that slide. A, C, M, D, E, okay? When you join Isagenix, you're a preferred customer. You get wholesale pricing, there's no minimum to order, and there's no cost to join. Like there's no cost to get wholesale pricing. When you become an associate, you upgrade your account and say, okay, I'm ready to share. I'm ready to have my own, links to send out to people. I want to earn cash and not, coupons when I get people excited. It costs $29 for the year. And that not only gives you your own associate website, but allows you to benefit from that entire team volume where 2/3 of it is going to be built for you. Do people ever say, why does it cost me $29 a year? I said, because the company does your distribution, your marketing, your website, the reports. It's the best $3 a month you will ever spend. The first level of leadership in the company, you guys, is consultant. That is when you are a customer, you've ordered your 100 points, and then you have someone on your left leg and someone on your right leg. So in my example, it's when I had Laura and Kara. And if you do that within 7 days, there's a $100 bonus. Plus, you're eligible to cycle at that point, which is the residual income. You only need 2 people in order to benefit infinitely from all the people on your left and all the people on the right. Every time I teach this, people go, only 2? I'm like, only 2. To open up the key to an unlimited income. The next level of leadership in our company is manager. You guys, this is the they share. So in our example, it's when Kara and Laura both found their 2 people. So I already had my 2, they found their 2 each. So in other words, there's 2 personally enrolled consultants. I have enrolled 2 people and both of them have found their 2 people. Okay, I've created 2 consultants. If I do that within 60 days, there's a $250 bonus. Plus, if you recall, there's $100 each time one of your personally enrolled finds their 2, the first 20 times you do it. That's the consultant development bonus. So that's really like $450. Plus, you can earn $1,000 a month for 3 consecutive months in the manager pools. So that doesn't mean guaranteed you hit manager, you're going to earn $3,000, but you can earn up to that. And I would just challenge you to think about, what if a check showed up at your doorstep today for $3,000, right? What would you go do with that? And if you're willing to be bold and vulnerable, type it in the chat. All right, tell us what you would do with that $3,000, because I am obsessed with showing people this money. I know that it's fun to get our products for free, but we play small if we only talk about you share, they share. When you map this out and you show someone, hey, I can show you how to make $450 in your first month and $1,000 in your second month, people pay attention because this is money that pays off credit card, that takes families on trips, that remodels homes, whatever that may be. Our second to highest level of leadership in the company is director. That's when you have 6 personally enrolled consultants. So I enrolled Kara, she has 2. I enrolled Eliza, she has 2. I enrolled Christina, she has 2. I enrolled Ryan, he has 2, right? Erica, she has 2. Kathy, she has 2. I've only personally sponsored 6 people, but I've helped all of them find their 2. If I do that within 120 days, there's a $750 bonus. Plus the $100 for each new consultant. Here we had 2, now we have 6, that's 4 more. $400 is available here. So it's $1,150. Plus the director leadership pools is $2,500 for 3 consecutive months. So we just talked about what $1,000 a month for 3 months would do. You guys, that's $7,500. Kathy Jernick, who's on this call, maxed out the director pool. I mean, I remember the day that she got that check and it was over $2,500 with everything else. Think about how good that would feel to show someone how to bring in that money for that family. Like, we've got to show them the numbers and say, hey, this isn't for everybody, but I don't want you to ever be like, how come you didn't show me this? Right? I mean, map it out, because we don't know who needs this and who doesn't know this, but oftentimes the people we're talking to know other people that we're looking for. Show it to them. The highest level of leadership is executive. That's when you have 10 personally enrolled consultants, 10 people you've sponsored that all have their two. That is $1,000 bonus if you do it in 180 days, plus $100 for each new consultant. So it's really $1,400. Plus, you can earn $5,000 a month in the executive pools, and you can earn up to $10,000 extra a year as a part of our executive leadership program, our executive lifestyle bonus. Our executives on average make $20,000 to $40,000 more than other people in the company because they've achieved that level of leadership. You guys, when I saw that, I thought, wait, what? Like, what? The highest level of leadership is 31 people. I have to go find 10 that know 2. I thought that's half of my average spin class. And someone said to me, Lauren, make a list of the people that you'd love to travel with. Make a list of the people who'd be role models to your children. Make a list of people that you want to have over for dinner. Make a list of people that you know want to change their nutrition, want to improve their sleep, improve their health and wellness, want to make a difference, love recognition, want to be a part of this culture. You guys, I'll tell you, my list had way more than 10 names on it. And I started reaching out to them and I said, hey, I have a hold of something that's going to help you look and feel amazing. Hey, I have a hold of something that can put a financial wall around your family. I'd love to tell you about it. And I had my list. And then I said, hey, the first thing I need you to do is get 2 people, grab 2 accountability partners. I would say, grab 2 people, get your products for free, grab 2 people. The research says you're going to have a better experience with 2 people. Grab 2 people so you can open up your business. We've got hundreds of people flooding our downline every couple months because we're growing so fast. I want you to be able to run with us, whatever that was that I got them excited. And I went to executive quite fast, and we set a standard in our team. Everybody comes in with 2. Okay. The highest level of leadership is 10 with 2. So I'm going to go back to the slides here. And I want you guys to just see, here's the map. If you Google Isagenix map to Crystal Executive, it'll give you the manager one, which was you share, they share. Here's the one with director, when you have 6 that have 2. And I literally tell my team to print this off and fill it out. Like, April writes her name on the right and she starts to put the people, April's at the top. She would put the person on her right there. And if that person had their husband, like, underneath, so she goes, oh, that person's 1 away from being a consultant. I'd be like, okay, Eliza's on my left. Hattie Gliston's on my left. Laura's on my left. And you can literally map out exactly what you're working for. When you guys treat this like a business, it'll pay you like a business. Map to executive is the same thing. You're looking for 10 with 2. Track it, write out as you're enrolling people on your left and on your right, and as they're sharing, so that you do not leave any extra money on the table. I mean, Isagenix is so generous, and if they're going to give it to us, we want you to grab it all, and then get obsessed with showing other people how to grab it all. Along the way, you guys, to director, there's often what's called a 5-cycle bonus. This is in the residual income, but that's an additional $500. And on the way to executive and beyond, there is your 1-star bonus, your 2-star bonus, your 3-star bonus. Now there's the 4-star bonus. So 1-star is $1,000, 2-star is $2,000, 3-star is $3,000, 4-star is $4,000. I mean, just think about this. And even though you don't have to learn it all up front, I tell people we will teach you arithmetic before you learn calculus. Imagine this extra $10,000 on top of those leadership pools where you can earn $5,000 a month or $2,500 a month, on top of signing up new customers and getting those double bonuses. I mean, this is why the upfront bonuses are so important, because there's literally $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 available in the very first 6 months. Do you guys know in corporate America how unlikely it is that someone can earn an extra $20,000 in 6 months? I mean, we really can give families raises. We have to lock arms and show them what's possible. So I mentioned to you, watching you share, they share. I would love for you guys all as homework, watch this and then have someone on your team watch it. Fast Track to Executive. It's a 10-minute webinar. It's by our beautiful Kathy Coover, and she goes through the steps to success, the tracks to run on, showing you again what it is to go consultant, manager, the 5-cycle bonus, director, 1-star, 2-star, executive, 3-star, 4-star, the whole thing. And when you can learn this inside and out, you will run to the moon with people. And I just want to remind you, even if you didn't get these bonuses yourself, don't keep them from other people, okay? Just because you didn't earn them doesn't mean you can't show other people how to do it. So the last part, we talked about you share, they share. That was tier 1. Okay. Your fast track to executive. Tier 2, how to build a residual income. You guys, this is the cycles. So we build 2 teams. It pays on the entire group. You get paid on new orders and reorders. The computer calculates daily and it pays weekly. So when all of the orders are going through on your left sales team and your right sales team, every time the computer sees 900 points, 600 on one side, 300 on the other, that's a cycle, $54. So I had Laura and I had Kara, and Kara found a couple people, and Laura found a couple people, and Christina came in, and Kathy came in, and Emily came in, and Rachel came in, and everybody's sharing, right? And everybody's ordering. What I want you to see here is the rollover volume, okay? So remember, we said 600 on one side, 300 on the other. That's a cycle. It's 54 US dollars. So let's say that we had some extra points. The next week, those points roll over. So you're already ahead. You're not starting at 0 when you get into the next week. You guys, I have some people that have a huge organization below them. I mean, they have 10, 20, 30,000 points that go through every single week in their business, and they get to focus on one leg now. We have people that have gone through this volume and they're making $5,000, $8,000 every single week, and they're still building 2 teams. I mean, everybody's business is so different. But when you can see that infinitely all the way down, you earn off the volume of every single person, and it all rolls up, and our volume never flushes. I promise you won't sleep at night. I remember when I first saw the compensation plan and I was like, what? Wouldn't make sense. I'm like, she would get it. I'm like, we would run out. Like, I didn't get it, and I was trying to figure it out. And I was like, where do people go? And where do their people go? And why are there people in my business that I don't really know who they are? And where did they come from? And I was overthinking it. And then all of a sudden it clicked. You guys, I watched Lynn Hagedorn, her compensation plan over and over and over. And I watched Jen Smith over and over and over. And then all of a sudden when I saw it, I'm like, oh my gosh, get out of my way, right? Get out of my way. We're building an empire. This is a legacy for my kids. Like, this is an absolute generous, generous, generous compensation plan. So this is what your back office looks like, right? Here you are, you're a happy customer, Eileen, her 100 business volume. And then she's going to start to enroll someone on the left, someone on the right, someone on the left, someone on the right. You guys, we build wide. Every single position has their left and right. So these inside spots, they fill in as your team starts to share. Everybody is the CEO of their business. The team legs, the wide legs, is where we build together, where 2/3 of it is built by everybody. And then you do your 1/3, okay? That's the side that you have to contribute to the pot to take from the pot. And this is what this looks like. Do you know how many times people call me and go, hey, I don't know who Madonna is. I don't know who Christine is. Like, who are these people in my organization? I'm like, you're welcome. Do you remember when I told you we work together and 2/3 of the team is working together there? Or 2/3 of it built for you by us working together. I'm like, oh, April put somebody in, and Leah put somebody in, and Jenny put someone in, and Kathy put someone in. And they're like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. And they start to see how they contribute to the team, but also how they can benefit from the team. That's what that looks like. And if we're going to talk about cycle payouts, you guys, the residual income, I mean, my skin crawls, like my stomach gets in knots when someone's like, I only cycled once this week. I'm like, really? Like, that's $54, like, how many hours did you work in your business? Because that's like a shift for, someone at a waitress. That's a couple hours as an Uber driver, but that's over $200 a month, almost $3,000 a year. So just think about what you could do with $3,000 if you were consistent every single week. So then let's talk about, someone who's cycling 20 times a week or 30 times a week. I mean, that's thousands of dollars a month. I mean, that's a full-time salary if you look at the annual income. And I remember, you guys, when I got to about 10 to 15 cycles, that's what I had to do to replace my nutrition practice. You guys, $30,000 a year is all I wanted to be able to do this full time. Some people have much higher paying jobs. I didn't. And not only could I replace my income, but I gave myself so much freedom. So our compensation plan maxes out at 250 cycles. This does not include the leadership pools. This does not include the PIBs. This doesn't include the consultant development bonus or anything else. It's to say that the residual income, the most you can earn in one Isagenix business in a week, is 250 cycles. That's almost $60,000 a month. That's over $700,000 a year. Do y'all think that could be okay? Now, here's the truth, right? Is everybody going to do it? No. Is it available to everybody? Yes. And whether we're making $54 a week or we're making $13,500 a week, we celebrate everything in between. This next graphic, please get excited about this and teach the world. When we're talking about the cycles per week, comparative to the amount of money you would have to have in an investment account or a savings account with an interest rate to generate that same profit in interest, I want you guys to look at this. So that same one cycle a week to make $54 in a week, someone needs to have near $100,000, right, in cash flow invested somewhere to be able to earn that same profit in interest. If we go down to 100 cycles a week, that's over $9 million. I'm gonna be super honest when I tell you, most of the people I know do not have $9 million just floating around in their bank to be able to earn this. When we talk about residual income, the best way to describe this is that we have an income producing asset, a cash producing asset. I mean, literally something that's going to grow and grow and grow. And as you grow, the business grows and you're going to make more money. And this is why it's generational. This is why you can will it to your kids. This is why your hard work now will pay you over and over and over and over and over and over, because we have a consumable product and people eat the product and they tell people and they eat the product and they tell people and they eat the product and they reorder and they tell more people and over and over and over and over and over and over and over. This is why it's a cash producing asset. So I just really want to leave you with just asking you, like, what is one thing right now that would drastically change your life, right? Like, what is one bill that you want to pay off? What's the one trip you want to go on? What's the one job you want to get out of? And then say, what are my other ways of getting there? Because when I saw this compensation plan, I thought, I do not want to teach 15 to 20 hours of group fitness every single week, right? There's some things I want to do, and I love to do it a couple hours a week. My body couldn't do it. I didn't want to do it. And I set a goal to not have to do that. You guys got 100 grand in debt from 2 bachelor's and 2 master's degrees. And I thought, I will die with this debt if I don't figure out another way to pay it off. Now I'm dreaming big. My husband and I are building a new home, right? We're thinking about expanding our family. And all of this is provided because of Isagenix. What I did in my very first year and what I'm thinking about 8.5 years into it are so drastically different. But I love to sit down with people and I want to help them dream. You know, I'm like, where do you want to shop? Not where can you afford to shop? Where do you want to shop? You know, where do you want to travel? What does retirement look like for you? What is something you want to be able to do for your kids? And then ask those questions and say, hey, if I could show you a way to get there, would you be interested? So I appreciate you guys hopping on. We keep these calls short and sweet. We'll get the recording out. Please pop on next Sunday. You can learn from a lot of different leaders. If anybody has questions, I'm happy to stay on and answer them and walk through anything specific. Otherwise, please, please, please continue to just show people that outside of our collagen and nutrition and cleansing, just the truly, truly amazing financial wealth opportunity we have here at Isagenix. You guys have a great night. I'm going to stop the recording, but I'm here to answer any questions if you guys have them.